The secret to real luxury, without the $80,000 price tag, here is something they really do not want you to know. You do not actually need to spend $80,000 on a brand new luxury car to experience genuine luxury. In fact, some of the most reliable and well-built luxury sedans ever produced are sitting on used car lots right now for less than $15,000. We are talking about cars that will easily outlast anything rolling off the assembly line today. These are cars built back when over-engineering was not a dirty word. I am counting down 12 old luxury cars that you can buy cheap and keep forever. Trust me. Number one will make you rethink ever buying a new car again. Let us get right into it. Top 1 Lexus LS400, 1990 to 2000. Let us start with the car that made Mercedes engineers lose sleep. The 1990 to 2000 Lexus LS400 did not just compete with the S-Class. It humiliated it in terms of reliability. Toyota spent over $1 billion developing this machine, and it shows in every perfectly machined component. We are talking about a 4.0 LV8 that is smoother than a jazz saxophone and virtually indestructible. These engines regularly see 300,000 plus miles without major issues, and some lunatics have even pushed them past 500,000. The original LS400 was built with obsessive precision, with body panels aligned to within millimeters, paint thick enough to stop rust for decades, and interior materials that refuse to fall apart. You can find clean examples for $5,000 to $12,000, depending on mileage and condition. Sure, you will need to replace the timing belt every 90,000 miles, but that is about as stressful as changing the oil on these things. The interior might feel a bit dated with its wood trim and analog everything, but there is something deeply satisfying about a car that just works. No finicky electronics, no German gremlins, just endless, buttery smooth reliability. And here is the kicker. While your neighbor's 2018 BMW is at the dealership for its third electrical issue, you will still be gliding down the highway in supreme comfort. But wait until you see what German legend made the list at number 11. Top 2 Mercedes-Benz W14 E-Class, 1985 to 1995. Yes, a Mercedes actually made the list. Shocking, right? But the 1985 to 1995 W124 E-Class represents the last generation before bean counters took over Stuttgart. This is peak over-engineered Mercedes, the kind they built when quality mattered more than quarterly profits. The M104 inline-6 engine in the E320 is legendary. It is a silky smooth 3.2L unit that can effortlessly cruise past 400,000 miles with basic maintenance. These cars were galvanized against rust, assembled by craftsmen who took pride in their work, and tested to survive taxi duty in the harshest conditions imaginable. You can snag a decent W124 for $8,000 to $15,000, with pristine, low-mileage examples commanding more. The diesel variants, particularly the E300D, are virtually immortal. We are talking about engines that treat 300,000 miles as break-in mileage. The interior quality is absurd. Real leather, solid switchgear, and a build quality that makes modern Mercedes feel like kit cars. Sure, you will want to keep up with maintenance, and parts are not Camry cheap, but everything is logical and well documented. What makes the W124 special is not just reliability, it is the driving experience. It is solid, planted, and refined. This is a car that feels like a bank vault on wheels. Modern cars feel flimsy by comparison. And surprisingly, this is not even the most bulletproof sedan on the list. Number 10 will make you question why anyone buys new. Top 3 Acura TL, 2004 to 2008. The 2004 to 2008 Acura TL is what happens when Honda decides to build a luxury sports sedan without any of the German complexity. Under that aggressive front end sits a 3.2 LV6 producing 270 horsepower, or if you went for the Type S, a glorious 3.5 LV6 with 286 horses. These engines are Honda J-Series units, which means they are about as reliable as gravity. People regularly rack up 200,000 to 300,000 miles with nothing more than oil changes and the occasional transmission service. Speaking of transmissions, the manual gearbox is bulletproof. While the automatic in early models had some issues, by 2007, Honda had it sorted out. You are looking at $6,000 to $12,000 for clean examples, which is absurd considering what you are getting. The interior feels genuinely upscale with real aluminum trim, supportive leather seats, and a layout that makes sense. There are no ridiculous touchscreen menus or gesture controls that work only half the time. The TL also came with Honda's legendary build quality. Everything from the door hinges to the climate controls was built to last. Maintenance is straightforward and cheap compared to European alternatives. The community support is massive, so finding parts and advice is easier than diagnosing a German electrical gremlin. Is it the most exciting car ever? Maybe not, but it is quick enough to be fun, comfortable enough for long trips, and reliable enough that you can actually plan your life around keeping it. And trust me, the car at number 9 takes that reliability obsession even further. Top 4 Toyota Avalon 2000 to 2006. The 2000 to 2006 Toyota Avalon is the car your smart, financially independent uncle drives, and he is probably going to outlive all of us. This is Toyota's flagship sedan, which means it was built with zero compromises and all the over-engineering the company could muster. The 3.0L V6 in the first-gen models and the 3.5L V6 in the second-gen are practically immortal. We are talking about engines that laugh at 300,000 miles and keep going like nothing happened. These things were designed for reliability-obsessed engineers who wanted a luxury car without the luxury repair bills. You can find excellent examples for $4,000 to $10,000, which is less than a down payment on a new Camry. The interior is spacious, comfortable, and trimmed with materials that refuse to fall apart. While it won't win any styling awards, let's be honest, it looks like a Camry that discovered business class. The comfort level is exceptional. The ride quality is pillowy soft, perfect for highway cruising. The beauty of the Avalon is not what it does. It is what it does not do. It does not break down. It does not demand expensive parts. It does not punish you with complicated electronics. It just quietly goes about being one of the most dependable luxury sedans ever made. Maintenance is dirt cheap. Parts are everywhere, and any mechanic can work on it without specialized training. Is it exciting? Absolutely not. Will it still be running when the apocalypse hits? Absolutely yes. But the German Executive Express at number 8 might just change your mind about boring reliability. Top 5 BMW E39 5 Series, 1996 to 2003. Now we are talking. The 1996 to 2003 BMW E39 5 Series is widely considered the last truly great BMW. It was the final model before the brand started chasing technology over driving dynamics. If you want one that will last forever, there is only one choice: the 530i or 540i with the manual transmission. The M54 inline-6 in the 530i is one of BMW's most reliable engines ever, capable of 250,000 plus miles with proper maintenance. The M62 V8 in the 540i requires more attention but rewards you with a glorious soundtrack. Clean examples run $8,000 to $18,000 depending on mileage, condition, and spec. Here's the secret. Buy one that has been meticulously maintained, and you will have a driver's car that rivals modern sports sedans. The E39's steering feel, chassis balance, and overall driving dynamics are legendary. This is peak BMW before iDrive, before inflated styling, and before everything became an SUV. The interior is simple, elegant, and functional with high-quality materials throughout. Yes, you will need to stay on top of maintenance. Yes, the cooling system components need attention, but if you are willing to wrench a bit or find a good independent mechanic, the E39 rewards you with one of the finest driving experiences under $20,000. The inline-6 models are particularly robust. Avoid the early V8s and the automatic transmissions if longevity is your goal. This is a car that proves German engineering used to mean something. And speaking of German legends, wait until you see what is coming at number 7. Top 6 Mercedes-Benz W140 S-Class, 1991 to 1998. The 1991 to 1998 Mercedes-Benz W140 S-Class is the automotive equivalent of a German cathedral, massively over-engineered, built to last centuries, and utterly unapologetic about its presence. This was the S-Class that nearly bankrupted Mercedes because they refused to compromise on quality. We are talking about double-pane windows, hydraulic self-closing doors, and enough sound deadening to muffle a jet engine. The M119 V8 and M120 V12 engines are legendary for durability when maintained. The inline-six diesel variants, particularly the S350 turbo diesel, are virtually indestructible and regularly exceed 500,000 miles. You can find decent W140 models for $8,000 to $20,000, with low-mileage V12 models commanding premium prices. Here is the reality. This car was astronomically expensive when new, around $130,000 in 1990s money, and it was built to those standards. The interior features real wood, real leather, and controls that feel like Swiss watch movements. Every system was redundant, overbuilt, and designed to survive decades of use. Yes, maintenance is not cheap. Yes, the air suspension can be expensive if neglected. But find one with service records, or better yet, convert to coil springs, and you will have a luxurious tank that refuses to die. The WW140 drives like physics does not apply to it. Silent, stable, and supremely comfortable. Modern S-classes feel tiny by comparison. This is old money luxury, the kind that whispers rather than shouts. And trust me, the American luxury beast at number 6 is equally impressive. Top 7 Lexus GS300, GS400, 1998 to 2005. The 1998 to 2005 Lexus GS300 and GS400 represent Toyota's assault on the sport luxury segment, and they brought reliability specs that made BMW nervous. The GS300 features the legendary 2JZ inline-six engine. Yes, the same engine from the Supra, detuned to 220 horsepower, but capable of running until the heat death of the universe. The GS400 packs a 4.0 LV8 with 300 horsepower and the same bulletproof reliability. These cars regularly see 300,000 plus miles without major mechanical issues. You are looking at $5,000 to $12,000 for clean examples, which is criminal considering the engineering involved. The interior is quintessentially Lexus, impeccably built, comfortable, and filled with materials that refuse to age. The driving dynamics are more engaging than the LS, with sharper handling and a sportier character while maintaining that Lexus smoothness. Maintenance is straightforward and relatively affordable. The 2JZ engine is legendary for reliability, and the V8 shares its bulletproof DNA with the LS400. No complicated electronics to fail, no absurd repair bills, just solid Japanese engineering. The GS also looks fantastic, understated but aggressive with timeless styling that has not aged poorly. This is a car you can daily drive, enjoy on back roads, and never worry about catastrophic failures. Some enthusiasts even modify the GS300 since that 2JZ engine can handle absurd amounts of boost. But we are here for reliability, and both versions deliver in spades. However, the American icon at number 5 proves luxury does not always need a German badge. Top 8 Cadillac DTS, 2006 to 2011. The 2006 to 2011 Cadillac DTS is the last of the old-school American luxury sedans. It is massive, comfortable, and powered by one of GM's most reliable engines. Under that long hood sits the Northstar 4.6 LV8, specifically the later sorted version that fixed the head gasket issues plaguing earlier models. In DTS form, this engine produces 275 horsepower and is surprisingly durable when properly maintained. These cars regularly exceed 200,000 miles with basic care. You can find clean examples for $6,000 to $14,000, which gets you acres of leather, real wood trim, and more rear legroom than first-class airline seats. The DTS was built on GM's traditional body-on-frame platform, making it supremely comfortable and easy to repair. This is old money luxury, the kind of car that judges, CEOs, and funeral homes preferred. The interior is plush, quiet, and loaded with features: heated and cooled seats, excellent stereo systems, and simple controls that actually work. There are no complicated German electronics to fail catastrophically. The DTS's suspension soaks up road imperfections like a magic carpet, and the bench seat front, available on some models, can seat 6 adults comfortably. Maintenance is dirt cheap compared to European alternatives. Any American mechanic can work on it, parts are plentiful, and the powertrain is well documented. Is it sporty? Absolutely not. But if you want to float down the highway in supreme comfort while getting decent fuel economy from that V8, the DTS delivers. And surprisingly, The Japanese luxury sedan at number 4 might be even more practical. Top 9 Infiniti M45, 2003 to 2004. The Infiniti M45 is the luxury sedan nobody talks about, which is exactly why it is such a phenomenal value. This is Nissan's flagship, powered by the legendary VK45DE 4.5L V8, producing 340 horsepower. This is the same basic engine architecture that powers the Nissan Titan and Armada, proven to be virtually bulletproof. The first generation M45 and second generation 2006 to 2010 both offer incredible performance and reliability. These V8s regularly exceed 250,000 miles with proper maintenance, and the overall build quality is exceptional. You are looking at $6,000 to $13,000 for excellent examples, which is absurd for a rear-wheel drive luxury sedan with this much power. The interior is gorgeous, premium leather, real aluminum trim, and Infiniti's attention to detail throughout. The second generation M45 is particularly impressive with updated styling and more luxury features. The driving experience is engaging and sporty with sharp handling and that glorious V8 soundtrack. Unlike German competitors, the M45 does not punish you with complexity. The electronics are reliable, the suspension is straightforward, and the drivetrain is proven in commercial applications. Maintenance costs are reasonable, parts are available through Nissan channels, and the mechanical simplicity means fewer catastrophic failures. The M45 also depreciates into oblivion, which is fantastic for buyers, but reflects market ignorance rather than actual quality issues. This is a car for people who understand that badge snobbery often masks inferior reliability. Want a fast, luxurious, reliable sedan for used Camry money? The M45 delivers, but the Swedish tank at number 3 takes durability to another level entirely. Top 10 Volvo S80 1999 to 2006. The 1999 to 2006 Volvo S80 represents Swedish engineering at its finest, understated, safe, and built like a Nordic bunker. If you want one that will last forever, choose the 2.9L inline-6 or the T6 twin-turbo inline-6. These engines are legendary for durability, with many examples exceeding 300,000 miles without major issues. The naturally aspirated 6 is smoother and requires less maintenance, while the T6 offers 268 horsepower and surprising performance. You can find clean S80s for $4,000 to $10,000, making them one of the best luxury bargains available. The interior is quintessentially Volvo, minimalist Scandinavian design, supremely comfortable seats, some of the best in the business, and materials that age gracefully. This is a car designed for Swedish winters and engineer-level reliability expectations. The build quality is exceptional with thick steel, robust components, and systems designed for longevity. Safety is absurd. This is Volvo, after all. Side impact airbags, stability control, and a passenger compartment that could survive a nuclear blast. The S80 also rides beautifully, soaking up rough roads while maintaining composed handling. Maintenance is straightforward, though parts can be slightly expensive compared to Japanese alternatives. However, the reliability means you are spending less overall than maintaining German competitors. The Volvo also has a massive enthusiast community, so finding advice and parts is easier than you would expect. This is a car for people who value substance over flash and engineering over marketing. It won't turn heads, but it will outlive almost anything on the road. And speaking of longevity, the German diesel at number 2 is practically immortal. Top 11 Mercedes-Benz W210 E320 CDI 1999 to 2002. Here's where things get serious. The 1999 to 2002 Mercedes-Benz W210 E320 CDI features the legendary OM613 3.2L inline-6 turbo diesel that is capable of astronomical mileage. We are not talking 300,000 miles. We are talking 500,000, 700,000, even over 1 million miles with proper maintenance. This engine was designed for European taxi duty, where reliability is not optional. It produces 197 horsepower and 325 lb-ft of torque, delivering effortless cruising and incredible fuel economy. You can find W210 CDI models for $5,000 to $12,000, though clean, low-mileage examples are becoming collectible. The W210 was the successor to the legendary W124 And while it introduced more electronics, the CDI models retained that German over-engineering. The interior features high-quality materials, comfortable seats, and a layout that prioritizes function over flash. Yes, the W210 has some rust issues if not properly maintained, and the electrical systems can be finicky, but the diesel powertrain is virtually indestructible. The OM613 engine is simple, robust, and designed for endless highway miles. Maintenance is critical. Keep up with oil changes using proper diesel oil, maintain the fuel system, and these engines will outlive you. The driving experience is relaxed and comfortable, with that diesel torque making highway passing effortless. Fuel economy regularly exceeds 30 miles per gallon on long trips. This is the car for people who plan to keep something forever, who understand that a well-maintained diesel Mercedes is an heirloom. But believe it or not, there is one car even more legendary for longevity. Top 12 Lexus LS 430, 2001 to 2006. The king has arrived. The 2001 to 2006 Lexus LS 430 is not just the most reliable luxury car on this list, it might be the most reliable car ever built. Period. This is Toyota at the absolute peak of their engineering prowess, creating a luxury sedan that makes the Mercedes S-Class look fragile. The 3UZ-FE 4.3L V8 produces 290 horsepower and is so over-engineered it is ridiculous. These engines regularly exceed 500,000 miles with nothing more than oil changes and basic maintenance. There are documented cases of LS 430s crossing 1 million miles on original powertrains. You are looking at $8,000 to $18,000 for pristine examples, the best automotive investment you can make. The interior quality is extraordinary, with soft leather, real wood, and build quality that shames modern luxury cars. Every control feels precise, every surface feels premium, and nothing rattles even after 300,000 miles. The LS 430 introduced adaptive cruise control, pre-collision systems, and other technologies that were revolutionary in 2001. The ride quality is supernatural, silent, smooth, and utterly refined. This is a car that makes 80 Meshurin feel like 40 Meshurin. Maintenance is absurdly simple and cheap for a luxury car. Toyota reliability means fewer shop visits, and when you do need parts, they are reasonably priced and readily available. The LS 430 also holds value better than alternatives because smart buyers recognize its legendary status. This is the car you buy once and keep for life. The car you pass down to your kids. The car that proves Japanese engineering conquered the luxury segment through sheer excellence. 14. Why smart buying beats buying new every time. So there you have it. 12 old luxury cars that prove buying smart beats buying new every single time. From the immortal diesel Mercedes to the legendary Lexus LS 430 that literally refuses to die, these cars were built in an era when quality and longevity actually mattered. While modern luxury cars depreciate like stones and turn into money pits after 100,000 miles, these legends just keep running. The best part is that you can buy any of these for less than a new economy car and drive them for the next 20 years without breaking a sweat. Remember, the best car is not always the newest one. It is the one that is still running 20 years from now. Join the community of smart car owners. If these legendary machines have changed the way you look at the used car market, make sure to like this video and subscribe to our channel. We are uncovering the automotive history that modern dealerships are trying to bury. Let's drive into a more reliable future together. Our next deep dive into the world's most durable vehicles is coming soon, so don't miss out.